Good afternoon. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Mountain Comfort Furnishings and Design. Weekend warriors, they're out in force this fall. On Friday, nearly 28,000 cars traveled west through the tunnels. That's 8,000 more than eastbound, in the busiest Friday since early August. Yesterday, the numbers flip-flopped. 26,000 cars eastbound, 8,000 more than westbound. The weekend total, almost 133,000 cars. That's busier than last weekend by 4%. Dillon's first ever public vote to overturn a council vote might be changed at the 11th hour. 2 council members want new ballot language. They forced a special meeting tonight to discuss it. This vote would approve or deny a condo development and more on the Best Western site. Those ballots are supposed to go out this week. Ballots are due back October 1st. Summit's accessory dwelling fund is woefully underused. That fund has $750,000 for homeowners willing to build a workforce, deed-restricted ADU on their properties. But county staff estimates just 1/3 of that fund will be claimed this year. Only 4 property owners have applied. Staff, they have a theory. Sky-high construction costs are not worth the trouble. Assistance is capped at $60,000. At Breck's New Stables Village, construction's running $500 per square foot. Private owners can expect the same or more. This echoes what's happening with the ADU program in Crested Butte, where the housing director said the people who can afford to build them do not want them, and the people that want to build them cannot afford to. Summit commissioners, they take a hard look at this fund at tomorrow's work session. That is Bad Fish, Sublime Cover Act. They're playing the free concert finale at Dillon Amphitheater tonight. You can get warmed up for the night with Tom Fricke. He's up top at the Homewood Suites in downtown Dillon right now. Food and drink specials, plus giveaways, now until 6. This is Rock Knowledge with Geo Joe Newhart, resident geologist at Friends of the Dillon Ranger District. Today, Geo Joe is taking us on Highway 9 north to Green Mountain Reservoir and those unusual blackened hills.
Those big cliffs at Green Mountain Reservoir, those are all muds that were deposited in an ocean basin during the Cretaceous in that western interior seaway.
Erosion, it's still taking its toll. The runoff veins are dramatic, but those blackened hills are not disappearing anytime soon.
The U.S. Geological Survey has done some mapping in there, measuring them, and they think they originally were about 5,000 feet thick. That doesn't mean that the ocean basin was ever 5,000 feet deep. It was just continually subsiding as these muds were being deposited in this ocean basin.
You might also see pockets of volcanic rock up there. It's some of the only volcanic rock in Summit.
When that oceanic plate beneath the crust was sinking into the mantle, it split. And when it split, that allowed all of this hot mantle material to come up, and it came up in this tear zone. And actually, that was the mineralization that formed what we call the Colorado Mineral Belt, which runs northeast, southwest through Colorado.
Just last fall, Green Mountain's blackened backdrop was featured in a Chevy truck commercial. Come back next week for Rock Knowledge with Geo Joe. Summit's tallest peaks might get a dusting of snow overnight. Forecast calls for snow above 11,000 feet. Meanwhile, National Weather Service says this summer was the hottest ever in the northern hemisphere and the warmest winter in the southern hemisphere. Local fire danger is high today in Summit. Still no fire restrictions. In sports, the Rockies open a series with the Diamondbacks today, 6:40. And in local sports, it was a big win last week for the Summit High golf team at the home tournament in Keystone. Young Hunter Plummer shot a 77. He took third. Hogan Tobias shot an 80 for fourth. Today, the golf team, they've been down playing the tough Eisenhower Golf Club in Colorado Springs. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.